That's a big impact to team, and IAM5 is another player that I'm excited to see. Look, there's a reason why Kazakhstan have been invited to play here, and I think they're going to show us today.
I think so too. Of course, we've got India returning as well for yet another year of PNC, and Matchroom, they've been playing the EMEA Scrims as well. They've not looked kind of unfamiliar to this. They've had a bit of a rough time in the 2 PNCs that they've played in the past, but I think that this roster has a little bit more power relative to those other ones. What do you make of it?
I mean, whenever you look at it, you do have to admit that this is a squad that's coming in with far less like LAN experience overall. We do know that India loves PUBG, and whenever we look at like PUBG Mobile, the way that they play it, they understand the mechanics and the meta in certain fashions. But now it's just
at the very beginning, they're going to be aggressive against Team India. We saw one map so far from that, but for whatever reason, they've disengaged. But they definitely have been aggressive, though, and the level of aggression, unfortunately, keeps going the opposite way for Great Britain. Michael will fall down. That means Team UK are now down to a solo player. It is Vards. We know he has the opportunity to provide that level of expertise, but as a solo.
As Australia try to hold them out, remember the blue zone will start closing very soon, but keep an eye on Batu on the stairs with the shotgun. Could ruin their day. Argentina, that's another knock for India. Oh no, DraftKing! He flips around the wrong way, and Argentina deleted by India.
That card did not land nicely for DraftKing. India defensive. I was questioning why were they not pushing down. That's because they've dug themselves a trench. Here comes Canada. It's going to be chaos. Malaysia get involved. K-Man going to try and run them over. Important those rotations. I feel like they took that one step too far. But this time, the zone's giving them the opportunity. But it only gives them the opportunity that those grasp it by both hands. And that team for me is Team Denmark. They make the push now. India launched a grenade out. They cause damage. It's a complete Kobe to Gustav.
Oh, he's going to toss another one towards Beamy, but Beamy manages to avoid the shrapnel as he steps across. Translucent, another nade at the ready as Beamy will try to send one back the other way, and Beamy's one might just do the damage. It does just a little as Translucent somehow manages to stay alive here. But Japan starting the third party on this one as well, Mark, as they encroach in. Buddy just waiting to maybe get that for. I think India has done a great job of just keeping Snipeball as hidden as possible, but it looks like Japan are starting to bring the fight over. The nade from Goni is good, and now they've secured the north. It's a 4v2v1.
Cue the music. Phase number 8 is going to come towards the dot, and it's in open man's terrain. Japan, Feven does cause the damage. India has to try and work their way out. Gets the shot. Ketzer goes down to 1, but BB's there to exchange. India will fall. Malaysia is out, and it's a 4 versus 2. Can Denmark hold off?
Towards India, that might be the first hot drop scenario here, Matchroom.
Oh, India. We were talking about needing to figure out how you move into, like, the environment here and figure out how you work around these other squads. This is going to be a really hard start for them if they have to deal with it. A little bit of distance coming out, and yep, India, Unforgiven, at least does manage to get into the car first. Can't quite get the run over, but can he manage to line it up? It's a little bit awkward whenever you're that close to try to run somebody over, and it's taken some time to do this. Can he get to the tree and survive?
Yeah, the funny thing is that this is all towards Boatyard as well, like that. Even though Rostock is completely free, so they could have detached from one another, but they challenged for vehicles this early on, and now are kind of still encroaching on this Boatyard position. So there was 10...
Chinese Taipei looks like they're just trying to squeeze in. They might be just going for a crash right into Pachinki, but the way that India is set up, this is going to be where their defensive line is already positioned. So Chinese Taipei with no options, they're being forced away. Monty's going to pick up one, and then it's just going to be running right into the other Aussies. Can they at least get a knock on it? No, and land in Pachinki.
I'm hoping Malaysia can do something here throughout the survival stage as well. Shen obviously being the absolute star of that roster.
Toss just to drop him right on top of Kazakhstan, and there is nowhere to go. Remember, Ukraine still has a hillside and is throwing bullets over into this direction. There is nowhere for Kazakhstan to go. They're having to deal with right now. So Philippines has to firefight their way through. It's going to be Turkey, Australia, the remnants of Kazakhstan, but it's coming up big enough. Hey, is they're going to get knock on a Schiller.
Never mind mortars, just ordnance experts entirely with those nades going forwards against them. Now Argentina moving in. Argentina versus India. Feels like this fight was broiling since minute 1, and now we're back with it. Translucent down, Captain finishing that off, and Kazakhstan is gone completely thanks to Tiggleton laying in some mortar shots as well. That trench has been great for them. We'll just see if they get the circle shift next up.
Denmark's positioning is very aggressive. This full split around inside of Pachinki, this is saying we think that we can just firefight everybody that's going to be walking through and we can take you down. Neutral is trying to move over into the east, make it a bit more complicated, but Denmark's mostly focused on what's going on with this Argentina-India still situation. But good old Unforgiven still staying alive, but how much longer is he's going to be walking right into a kill box of multiple teams?
All right, prediction on what actual fights could occur from here as well. I mean, yeah, Argentina and India, yeah, we'll take it.
Yeah.
I think every Erangel, unless somebody really wants to pivot away from what is going on in Boatyard as well as Rozhok. But it was also funny, actually, when you said Sunken City before, because every fiber of me, Matron, wants to call it Atlantis, because there's like 6 names for it, even though it's now Boatyard.
Yeah, I know. It's like, there's so many bad names. Like, I remember a time period whenever it was called Houston because of
oh my God.
just things that were going on. That was bad jokes, but it's been long enough now. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
All right. Denmark time to come alive as poor old Unforgiven is just trying to fight for his life over here. Can Denmark use the opportunity that he has provided to jump onto Argentina?
At the same time, Ukraine now.
He's just going to fall back to the rest of the team. But you know what? For the Philippines, it's a point on the board. It's translucent. Oh no! Did Rudax jump out? Did he jump? No!
He was ready to take the fight, but Team Japan sent it straight away through Oasis. The game plan didn't meet up, and for Team India, they get another point on the board.
Hey, you know what? They're 9th on the leaderboard after a few minutes in the second map. It's not going too badly for them at all, but Translucent, he'll say thank you very much for that one. Go pick up some loot, and now Unforgiven is hunting down Feven here as well. They're really looking to get some points on the board, and Feven will just move off on into the distance, but this is a level of aggression that we didn't see, Mark, from last year's India roster.
No, but remember, it's a slight different change up. And as James was saying in that pre-show, we have seen him a lot in the EMEA scrims, and they've been doing okay. So I've been trying to figure out kind of that pacing, because I feel like the year before it was about the pacing. It didn't get the momentum. Number 2 here, an Australian digging out, and Michael has to have an explosion engine. The only way to stop Tickleton, though. But that's 2 points on the board for Team Australia.
India pushing up here. K-Mine's going to fall at the hands of Snipeball, but he's traded back by Pipa not too far away. Using that DMR. Finna using the smoke for some cover now. Remember, Canada, they, of course, have a different roster this year. K-Mine stepping back in, and that's a perfect nade.
Adam said, no more. I'm out. I'm digging down. I'm going to dig my fortification. He has to try and hold Philippines. We've got dispatched down to a single player here. Neutral only losing 2 lanes now to try and make their way down, and it's going to come in from Lou a little bit further afield. Catches that one out. So Philippines fall straight after in 14th place.
What a job by Levante, though, just keeping himself alive in that fight, Mark. How many times did we see at the last PGS where if it wasn't for Levante, Vitality would have been in shambles as India are going to get wiped out by Argentina, but Levante's a heck of a player.
Transitions to be very important. That said, though, now Denmark does see Australia as well as India trying to make a move on their position, but Denmark's had a great amount of time to be able to fortify this position, and Baby goes absolutely crazy once again. He has been knocked at the moment. Here comes the reinforcements, though, to try and deny it.
India just coming in full force right now. Denmark was not expecting it. They still got the rock cropping for control. Gustav has come up, controlled angle, but other side of this one could spell doom if this nade is cooked well, or just a couple of bullets, but Gustav buying enough time to reset this, can't get the counter knock on the nade, and India just coming up with full force, and Gusto has made a massive problem for Denmark, who thought that this game was under so much control of theirs.
Oh! 100%. Denmark, though, is a kind of team that wants to finish this fight fast and get those reses off. You saw instantly, as soon as those knocks came in with that nade, both players from the team started going for the res straight away, knowing that that was the perfect opportunity to be able to get them back up, realizing that they weren't going to be able to finish that fight off as quickly as they would like. That was picture-perfect execution just then from Denmark. Oh my God! It's a banger! What a performance from Denmark there. Whoa!
Everybody else was hoping the fact that maybe
at the very beginning they were going to be aggressive against Team India. We saw 1 map so far from that, but for whatever reason they've disengaged, but they definitely have been aggressive though, and the level of aggression unfortunately keeps going the opposite way for Great Britain. Michael will fall down. That means Team UK are now down to a solo player. It is Vard. We know he has the opportunity to provide that level of expertise, but as a solo